In this lesson, we're going to be covering the cingulate cortex, which is the third part of the right brain, as it relates to family versus hierarchy and biblical interpretation. So, the cingulate cortex perceives your relationships, which exist in family, but in hierarchy, you don't have relationships, you have mutual manipulative states, where if I'm successful and I am above you in power, then I will tell you what to do. And if you follow what I tell you to do, I respect you. And if you don't follow my directions, I don't respect you. If I'm the employee and you are the boss, then when you tell me what to do, if I do what you say, we have a good relationship. And if I don't, the relationship is challenged because it's based upon performance, not upon inherent belonging as exists in the family system. In the family system, which is meant to exist in God's church, you have a system where we are all siblings together. Those that are much older are perceived as parents, those that are much younger are perceived as your children. Even if in the first case they're not your parents and you have your own children and are an adult yourself, or even if in the second case you have no children and are single. So, the cingulate cortex has two abilities: mind sight, which allows you to see what someone is really saying in the context of their voice tone and the situation, and heart sight, which allows you to see where their heart is coming from behind the words that may not be pointing directly at that reality. If your cingulate cortex is missing these two skills, your ability to perceive everything that someone says to you and everything you read will be impaired. Not might be, will be. So when you read scripture, you will not perceive clearly the character of the God behind the words who's trying to communicate to you through them. You won't perceive correctly what your child or your spouse says to you, and you will miss out on some of the fine nuances of conversations because your brain sees things in too fundamental and basic a way. It's just like watching TV on an old TV from the 1940s that had a resolution of about 320 by 240 versus a 2160p video on YouTube where you can see every pore. So there's obviously a change that needs to be made. And if your right brain is, as I've said before, needing to be fueled up to power your left brain, why wouldn't you choose the social system that is family instead of hierarchy, which will allow you to have the best function for your left brain, which will improve your functional intelligence, and which will allow you to successfully have great joy in life as you continue to perceive and connect in healthy and successful ways.